Does Homeworld Remastered live up to the hype and expectations of being a genre-redefining real-time strategy game? Or is it a horribly broken upscale of a confusing title with a played-out storyline? Watch on and find out. My name is Thoraxe, and this is Strategy for Busy People. If you've got a few minutes, I'll tell you what to play. While I'm no stranger to the RTS genre, somehow I managed to miss the Homeworld train, and I'm not sure why. It certainly has received a lot of praise for what it is. I managed to struggle through 2 hours and 45 minutes of it, and now I'll tell you what I think. Gearbox Publishing, take note. I don't really like RTS games. I played quite a lot of them over the years. As they've progressed, they've become really more about clicks per second and build orders in many cases. Sure, there's something strategic about knowing how your opponent's open is going to inform what you do, but at least in StarCraft 2 terms, it started to feel mostly like learning a series of moves and then just figuring out which ones to execute. That's not at all strategic. Or is it? Either way, back to the Clickfest. I like games that can happen at a more casual pace, so my biggest concern about Homeworld was that it was going to play like StarCraft 2 and just move way too fast for me to keep track of everything that's going on. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. Unfortunately, a million other things are what ruined it for me. Look, let's deal with the 800-pound gorilla in the room first. This remaster came out in 2023. 4K displays should not have been a surprise to anyone here. But that's not really the problem by itself. Gearbox just did a miserable job trying to make the UI work at modern resolutions, and then the game interface, at least for Homeworld, I never made it to the other parts of the collection, is just a hot mess. I get it. Space is in 3D. Homeworld introducing 3D combat to the RTS world was new. But that's not an excuse to not fix your soup sandwich of a user interface. I can't tell you how many times I lost track of what I was looking at, and the whole sending ships to different vertical planes within the combat area was also confusing AF. I did like the fact that there was only one resource type in the game, resource units, or RU. Well, that certainly makes it easy to figure out what to collect. But the story mode did a horrendous job of introducing me to the different unit types. It didn't introduce me to the different ship types and gave me absolutely zero introduction to the various combat formations. I only made it a few missions in before I couldn't figure out how to complete a mission. You might think, wow, couldn't figure it out? And you'd be right in thinking that, because the mission was simply to blow everything up. It shouldn't be that hard, but somehow it was. I was running out of resources to spam new units in spite of sending my resource collectors to go get resources. I couldn't figure out what mix of ships to build or what research to do to get new ships or improve my existing ships. I wasn't sure even how to get ships to follow the enemy in some cases. Trying to make small groups or fleets of units was also an annoying challenge. It was just bad on all fronts. It really breaks my heart that I couldn't even get through the story mode in this game. I absolutely love things having to do with space. It's one of my favorite genres. The absolute ham-fisted butchery of the interface just drove me mad, so I had to get into the escape pod. Oh, and this is the remastered edition. If somebody tells me that this is better than the original, I'd have to send flowers to anyone who struggled through this thing the first time around. Before I give my final verdict, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share with your friends. Agree with me, disagree with me, or want to see other content? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to support me in making more of these videos, become a patron on Patreon. Your support really makes a difference. The final verdict. In spite of finding RTS games way too anxiety-inducing, I swallowed my fears and gave Homeworld a try. And I nearly regretted every moment of it. On my trademark 3-point score scale of avoid, meh, and I forgot to eat, at no point was this game ever close to anything that could be considered a usable interface. Everyone is now dumber for having attempted to use it. I award Gearbox Publishing no points, and may the spaghetti monster have mercy on their souls. Just no.